And welcome everyone to this episode of TED Talk Stamps. I am your host, Ted the Talking Stamp Collector. If this is your first time here, I welcome you, and I hope this won't be your final time. There was some important philatelic news the past month. As you may recall, Iceland ceased production of all postage stamps in 2020. While their postage service continues, they figure there's such a small demand for postage stamps that they are not producing any for the foreseeable future. They have enough in stock. Although in 2023 they did put out one more special issue to commemorate 150 years of Iceland's postage stamps. And now, as of the end of 2025, at the end of December, the country of Denmark not only ceased production of postage stamps, they completely eliminated letter delivery service. Their first stamps were issued in 1851. Here's their first two stamps. And their last issue was released in September of 2025, and that's this souvenir sheet with two stamps reproducing those first two stamps of Denmark. So what do you do now in Denmark if you want to mail a letter? Well, it's been taken over by a private company called DAO, and they are issuing their own postage stamps that look like this. Not the most inspired designs. If nobody's using the mail, what are you supposed to do, huh? So it'll be interesting to see which will be the next country to end their postal service. Last week I got another piece of viewer mail, and it was this letter, which is not really a letter. It had this postcard inside from Joseph. And this postcard reproduces, as you can see, several different Christmas stamps. And on the back, there's Christmas stamps also, and a neat little slogan cancel. And that slogan cancel, it's a pictorial slogan cancel, I guess. It shows the character Henry F. Potter from the old movie, boy, when was it? From 1946. It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. Henry F. Potter is on the board of the bank, and he's arguing at this board meeting that George's father, Jimmy Stewart is George's father, who was the bank owner, was a failure because he was too soft-hearted, and he lent money based on sentimental hogwash. And that's the text on the cancel. That also appears on the cover that it came in, which also features a stamp of Dr. Seuss. Thanks again, Joseph. This is not his first piece of mail to me, and I thank you again. Last week I had a visitor from Wales. He was a faithful YouTube watcher named Lester. And here's a picture of us together. And Lester presented me with quite a bundle of stamps. It's I'll show you here. It's quite a little stock sheet book, plus quite a few stock sheets. I'll give you a close-up of those in just a moment. And this book here has a nice collection of first day sheets. These are, you can compare these to United States commemorative panels. And these are all in a classical music theme. So here's George Philip Telemann, Johannes Brahms, Christoph Gluck, a stamp commemorating Gerhard Marx, even if it doesn't show him. Friedrich Silcher, Amadeus, Hugo Distler. Oh, and I have to admit, I don't know what this is about. 75 years of Donau Eschinger Musiktag. So it's something, Music Day. And here's for Johann Strauss, the younger, of course. Richard Strauss, and that is depicting his opera Salome. And here we have Johnny Bach. And here's one for an accordion. Very cool. Albert Lortzing. And I'll admit I am not familiar with any of his music. Oh, see, this is too much. My famous Women in German History, my favorite definitive set. 4 stamps from that series, plus 2 more. Aha. Oops. Where is she? There. This one featuring the ultra sultry Marlene Dietrich. And you get a nice write-up on the back of the card. Here's another famous women. And then this is cool. A couple of, let me take these out of the, these are some proofs. Some die proofs signed by the artist Wimmer. And then a couple of Austrian souvenir sheets. And then another Mozart souvenir sheet. And another Austria. Wow. If this was all I got, that would be fantastic. But there's so much more. I can't believe this. Lester, you really went too far this time. Here we have some the early Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth. There we go. Some early Queen Elizabeth definitives called The Wildings, based on the Dorothy Wilding photograph. And that three-legged emblem is, of course, for the Isle of Man. That's one of the regional issues. And then below that we have the regional issues for Guernsey and Jersey. And down here we have Northern Ireland. On the next page, we then have a presentation pack for Wales. And Scotland. On the back, we have Great Britain. I'm sorry about all that glare. And some more Great Britain. Here's some higher valued Machins. And then some regular commemorative sets. Shakespeare set, or yeah. And a set for, oops, Charles Dickens. Let me see if I can get a nice real nice set there. A UPU set down here. Some more commemorative sets. And this is for Jane Austen. And I just recently completed reading Pride and Prejudice, which I really enjoyed. There's some nice butterflies and some trains. Goodness, too much glare. Moving on. Oh, we have a set presentation pack for the investiture of the Prince of Wales. Funny, I thought Moby Dick was the Prince of Wales. And a presentation pack for the Royal Wedding, July 1981. Ah, and here's a nice set. He included a set from Portugal featuring Sir Rowland Hill, who's credited with coming up with the idea of the postage stamp. This set is from 1940. That's, of course, because the penny black came out in 1840. Here's a nice item, a first day cover for the Sherlock Holmes set, and with a nice Sherlock silhouette first day cancel. That is a nice looking set. And here's a first day cover for the anniversary of the penny black. 150th anniversary, that is. And then this is pretty nice, a 10-pound first day cover. So I want to thank Lester again for that great gift of stamps. Those are some fantastic issues, and I really appreciate them. I only hope that what I gave you in return comes, halfway as nice as those. So the last thing I have to share with you is also from Lester. He passed on his issue of a Stamp Collector magazine to me after he got done with it. This is the January 2026 issue, and really the reason I show you this is because a couple of years ago I had a subscription, a digital subscription to Stamp Collector magazine through one of those magazine subscription apps, Readly, and there's another one too. Anyways, Stamp Collector magazine, as you can see up here, it says it includes Coin Collector magazine. It's two magazines in one. And the first half of the magazine will be dedicated to stamps, and then it covers a few articles on coin collecting. Well, evidently, coin collecting, I thought stamp collecting was declining in popularity. I thought coin collecting was going stronger. I thought there's a lot of people still collecting coins, because what puzzled me was in this issue, while it says includes Coin Collector, 2 magazines in one great issue, I went through this cover to cover. Look in the table of contents, and you will see not one word about coins. If I was a coin collector subscribing to this magazine, I'd be wondering, hey, what the hell? I'd be wondering, hey, what the heck? Where's my coin collecting editorial matter? As you can see, it stamps from front to back. And not a word about coins. So I don't know. We have any coin collectors out there? Is the coin collecting hobby going, dying off just like stamps? Let me know. So, anyways, that's what I've got for you this time around. Again, thank you, Lester. That was, you're too kind. That was a great stamp gift from you. I really appreciate it. And next time I'll be back with some of my regular programming. I don't know what right now, but I'll come up with something. But until then, this is Ted the Talking Stamp Collector wishing you all happy stamping.